Shee! What's up, Climbing Around Python crew? Welcome back. So, it's been a minute, and there's a couple reasons because of that, or reasons for that, essentially. For those who don't know, I've been having, sorry, she had some stuck shit. I've been having some issues. I had lost my job, and had been looking for work, couldn't find anything. Thankfully, my wife, our fiance, got a job. I am Mr. Mom, stay-at-home dad now. It's been hard. It's been an adjustment for me. And another reason is because Instagram, for those who don't know, decided to make it to where you have to have 1,000 followers to be able to do any kind of live streaming, which is why you haven't seen me do any of the videos. Stop paying attention. So it's been an interesting development on what's been going on. So I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I've been going through a lot of stuff going on in my life with my stress, I wanna say thank you for everybody who stayed following me, watching, subscribing. If you're not following me on here, follow me, man. I'm gonna start doing some more videos. Also, if you haven't started following me on YouTube, I'm gonna try and start doing some more stuff there too. I probably will be posting this video hopefully on both channels, my Instagram and my YouTube. Sorry, she's got some stuck shit to her. But yeah, just kind of updates on why I really haven't been around. But I appreciate everybody who's been patient. Some of you guys know what's been going on a little bit more, as far as what I've been dealing with. So, without further ado, let's update you guys on what's been kind of happening over here with Climbing Around Pythons. Some new stuff, obviously, some new snakes. So this girl, actually, I picked up at the last show I went to, out in Albany. This girl is a pastel specter clown, and she is also 66% het desert ghost. She is going to be going into my DG projects for sure, my DG clown stuff. I've got a DG clown boy that by the time she's up to size, he'll be ready to go and everything else. And so yeah, I'm going to be doing some fun DG clown stuff to get started on. I'm also going to be looking into some more clown DG or clown het DG females. But like I said, I'm not working. So right now I'm working off of what I'm going to be creating. Like right now I have some 2 clutches in the incubator at this moment. It's been a really rough season. 2 of my females did not take, or excuse me, 3 of my females did not take. One of my clutches, I had 8 eggs to start out with. Currently I have 2 left of those 8. They went bad on me, rotted, started smelling really, really bad. I cut one open to see what was going on, and I couldn't really, I'm not really informed enough to kind of look at those. I just was kind of curious if there was any kind of obvious signs. The only thing that I can say was the hatchling had what looked to be a burst blood vessel in its head. I don't know what that could have been about. There's not been any jostling of the eggs or anything like that, so it's not like that. Now, I will say it could have been one of the ones that the mama had kicked out. because she was coiled up around the others, but that one and another one had been pushed out of the clutch. So when she did that, maybe there was some damage that was done to it. It just didn't survive. So there's some speculation about what could have happened, but I do not know for sure. Now, I have 2 good eggs left. It was a bamboo mahogany female, and just nothing else to her, bred to a clown boy. Now I just wanted to create some bamboo mahogany het clown stuff to go towards my clown projects. Now, for those of you who go and sit there and go, oh, that's not, that, I mean, why? You know, when you could do so much different stuff. Because that's what I wanted. And, you know what I mean? So, a lot of people get this misconception that, you know, you have to make these incredible combinations to move your stuff forward, and you have to have all these different genetics behind it. Whereas I find that, yes, it's good to have powerhouse males and females and such like that, but it's also good to have some of those lower genetic combos as far as the amount, because you have more control of what you're going to get and what you're going to put into that animal and make. So less guesswork. You can focus on certain projects that way a little bit better as well, and it kind of ups your chances on getting what you want. This is like I said, she's a Spectre pastel clown, 66% het desert ghost. Her name is Dahlia. She is a beautiful girl. Shout out to Wayne and Natalie Rivera over at Cue Ball Morphs. They're actually out. Wayne is out in Idaho right now at the show. So if you're out in the Idaho show, go check out Wayne, man. Go check out Cue Ball Morphs. He got some fucking fire over there. All right, and you know, just have a good time. You know, they love to talk snakes. If you're a breeder or a collector or anything like that, you know, definitely talk to him a little bit. Wayne's a little bit more of the snake guy as far as that goes. But yeah, pastel Spectre clown, 66% het desert ghost. Gonna go into my DG clown stuff. I'll put her back real quick, and I'll show you another couple of snakes real quick that I ended up getting. There you go. There you go. Now I haven't weighed her in a little bit, so I'm not sure where she's at right now. I've got my scale right there, but I wanted to show you guys a few different things here. So, for those of you who don't know, sorry about the lighting here. Let's see if I can't fix that. My phone likes to adjust to the light, and then messes it up sometimes. But another one that I had gotten, so I had bought into the Hypo Puzzle project. I got a male and female breeding pair. Now, it's not anything special as far as genetic wise, as far as like, there's no real codom, or dominant traits in these two. There's only, the only one is the male that has Orange Dream in it. So he's an Orange Dream visual hypo het puzzle. And the female is just a hypo het puzzle, visual hypo het puzzle. So I'm just shooting for some OD hypo puzzles. And there is a reason why I want a simple combination with that. If I can make the double visual with Orange Dream, my goal with that, okay, is I'm going to be putting that with my, hopefully going to be keeping a female. That's what I'm shooting for. I want to shoot for a female on that, so that, well, I'll probably do a 1-to-1 if I end up doing so. But my goal is to get a female, because I do want to put my blackhead red stripe hurricane to that and do some hypo puzzle stuff with that, with Orange Dream in there as well. So that is one of my goals with that particular project, and it's only going to go up from there. Trust me, I don't want to go too far into it, but I do have a lot of good plans with that. I'm excited. You know, if you keep tuned, you're gonna see some fun stuff from me. Granted, I'm really late coming into it, and that's fine, because I'm gonna breed what I like. And for those of you who are sitting there going, I can't get into breeding, I can't afford these high-end morphs and stuff like that to be relevant. Who says you have to be buying these high-priced morphs to be relevant? Some of the most beautiful snakes that I've seen have 0 recessives in them. It's all a function of just codons. If you know what you're doing, you can make some really beautiful stuff. Not to say that having some recessives in there wouldn't help you, but it's not really necessary with some of these things, okay? Now, if you want to be on the leading and cutting edge of, you know, breeders, then yeah, you're gonna have to frickin' spend a shit ton just to get there. You know, but I mean, it just depends on where you're at. I was a paycheck to paycheck kind of guy, and I didn't really have a lot to work with. I had to save up months before I was able to get a snake. Work out deals with breeders and be like, hey, do some work for you, pay you a little bit of cash. How's that work out? That work? Cool. You know what I mean? I did some trade stuff. You know, there's ways to go about that. Breeders are going to want to help you. If you're an aspiring breeder, you're just getting into it, and you reach out to some of the more experienced ones like Darren, okay? Like Will and Audra. Darren from Sloan Morphs, Will and Audra from Flawless Exotics, okay? Those two are fucking awesome, all right? Blue Zombie Morphs, they're awesome. Like I was talking about earlier, Cue Ball Morphs, hit them up. They're amazing people. You know, there's people out there. Billy over here at the Mutation Creation, he takes a while for him to get back to you because he's freaking busy. He's one of the top tier breeders out there. Okay, Sammy, Bold Pythons, amazing dude, funny as hell, and he will absolutely give you advice as best as he can. There's so many people out there, and I'm sorry to anybody who I have not named in that list there. Just because I didn't name you doesn't mean I don't feel that way about you. Okay, we've had conversations. But without going too much farther into that, there are people out there that want you to succeed. It's not going to happen right away. And unless you have thousands of dollars to invest in some of these projects, like my best advice to you is if you really want to do some high-end stuff, get a visual mail of that high-end project, spend that extra little bit, and get some het females of whatever recessive projects or whatever you want to do, like Monsoon, with certain codom and dominant traits that you want to add into that. There are chances that you're going to hit a bunch of freaking hets. That's fine. There's a possibility you're not going to hit exactly what you want right away. All good. We all go through that. This is only my second season, okay? So I don't want to act like I know all about this. I'm learning still. Absolutely. And I'm very thankful that I have these people in my life that I can go and turn to and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Stuff like that. So, don't be hesitant on hitting people up. The other thing I want to bring up is think about the projects you want to do. Stick with it. Don't let people discourage you, because they will. They're not going to see the vision that you see, and that's okay. Stick with your vision. Without further ado, let me show you some more stuff that I ended up getting. Now, this one is one probably you have seen, and that's okay. I really like her. She's nothing special. I got a hell of a deal off of her too. Visual clown, blade, pinstripe. Right? Beautiful. I love her. Hold on. Hi. Hi, Iris. She doesn't really care to be held sometimes. And I already held her a little bit earlier today, so she's probably a little bit fed up with me doing that. That's okay. But look at her. So freaking clean. Now, I will say this too. I'm kicking myself in the rear end because I don't remember who I bought her from. It was at a show. Pretty sure I had paid like $100 or close to $100 for her. Can't remember exactly how much it was. She was maybe that long from the tail. So she's doubled in size, in length, tripled in size as far as girth, at least, maybe quad. But like, she is just a sweet little girl, and as you can tell, once she gets opened up, she's good. You know, it's no big deal. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to boop the snoop. But she is a sweet girl. She is a gorgeous girl, and she's not really that jam-packed with stuff. Like, she's nothing really super special. And that's what I'm saying. And I have some really fun plans with her. So, and I'm going to make some killer combos with this. Okay? Yes, my blackhead red stripe hurricane is probably going to go to her. Okay? So I want to see some hurricane pin with red stripe and maybe a little blackhead in there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of busting my own ideas in there. Get some het clown stuff out of the way and move up on some of my clown stuff that I don't have het for. You know what I mean? It's those little victories, those little steps to get forward. And that's okay to go step by step by step. I'm looking forward to it. I'm relishing the journey there. So, put her back real quick and I'll show you some more stuff here. There you go, Mama. There you go. That's such a sweet thing. Now, this girl is that hypo het puzzle female that I was talking about earlier. I really like her. She's a little bit of a spitfire, just like any of the het puzzles or visual puzzles that I've ever dealt with. Spicy little noodles. Very spicy. But they're beautiful. I mean, they're just gorgeous. So without further ado, her name's Freya, by the way. And I most likely will get tagged. Hi, mommies. Hi. Oh, you're not gonna... Oh, she didn't get all huffy and puffy and try to blow my house down. I like it. Look at this gorgeous girl. Oh, see that? Look at that. Look at that. She's a little reactive. That's okay. I'll go slow with her. But this girl is such a... I mean, look at her. Look at her. Now, she just shed, too, so, like, she is just showing some gorgeousness to her. Look at that pattern. I know, Mama, I know. You keep booping your snoot on me, and it worries you. Look at this. She, as you can tell, is not a fan of being held. Really does not like it. But the more you work with them, the less reactive they're going to be. She has been stubborn. I handle her at least every day, once a day, for about 20 or so minutes. I have neglected her the last 2 days. And this is why. You got to be consistent with them. This is why. They can start getting that fear back again. That little bit of sensitivity. But like I said, hypo het puzzle. 100% het puzzle. So I am very much looking forward to getting her up to size. Getting her to start pairing up with that boy. And create some gorgeous double visuals. That is my ultimate goal with them. Am I going to get rid of her right away afterwards? Absolutely freaking not. She's still visual hypo, and there's still some stuff I can do with that. Even if I have to shed test for the het puzzle part, see if they're 50% het puzzle, I'll do that on certain ones that I want to keep. And if I don't hit that on the ones I want to keep, I just try again. But yeah. Oh. And for those who are probably going to ask, because I like clown, because my goal is to pretty much put as much into clown as possible. I don't care if I have other recessives in there as well. That's kind of part of the goal. Am I going to do puzzle clowns. No, that is not the goal. Mostly because I don't like how they look. They don't look anything different than a clown. I'm very disappointed in that. As I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are too. So I'm not going to go with that combo. Now, if I hit that combo out of like just not realizing, oh, that's right, this is from this girl and that boy, and that would have made them 100% or 50% het for clown, and I completely forgot about that. You know, made a puzzle freaking pink clown. You know, who knows? We'll see what happens. But that is not the goal. I do want to do some like really fun Ultramel hypo puzzles, Ultramel hypo clowns, Ultramel sunset clown stuff. I mean, there's lots of stuff that I want to do that, and the reason why I'm not adding any codons and dominant traits into that is because when I'm explaining these things, I want to give you guys a idea of some of the recessives that I'm putting into clown. As you see in my name, clowning around Pythons, right? It's not just because we're having fun with this, okay? We're not just clowning around, having fun, goofing off with this. We have a goal, clown. A lot of people are saying that clown has lost its luster. I beg to differ. I think there's a lot of stuff that clown can still do, which is why a lot of breeders are still working clown, okay? So, with that being said, my goal is to prove people wrong of clown is kind of just obsolete. That's where I'm at. So, I'll show you the boy that will be going to her. Like I said, OD hypo het puzzle. Hi, buddy. And he has a little spicy attitude as well, but he's not nearly as bad as her. And I'm hoping he doesn't make me a liar today. But this is him. This is that gorgeous boy right here. He is beautiful. Now, I had gotten him also from Cue Ball Morphs. I got him and that female, who they got from, I think his name is Ken Mason. Really nice guy. I got to talk to him a couple of times. I apologize if I killed his last name. I know his name is Ken. This boy was an extremely good deal, especially with what I can end up doing with him. So, like I said, the goals are to make the devil visuals and put some more fun stuff into that. One of the things I want to clarify is I don't have any one way, right? People say, you know, take advice from from as many different people as possible. Don't take everything for, face value, okay? Just realize that everybody has their own way. Listen to them and their reasonings of why they do it that way, right? And then start making your own way. And that's exactly what I would like to make sure that people understand. If you're getting into this, make your own way. Get some information, learn some of the basics, find out how some of these, bigger breeders that have been doing this for years, okay, have it going down, right? Also talk to some of the newer breeders that haven't really been doing it very long, maybe 3 years, 4 years, something like that, haven't quite hit that 5-year mark, right? Because they're going to give you some of the actual insights of the newer aspect of where you're at, okay? They're going to actually be able to help you out with how to get yourself forward better because they were in that position not so long ago. And they understand what it's like because it's a little bit closer to what it's like now. So, stop being so dang headshot. But anyways, that's my OD hypo puzzle. his name is Ragnar. Ragnar Lothbrok. Let me fix you. So I'm really excited for some of that. I'm really excited to work with him and with her and to get some really fun combos with that. Now this next one I'm going to show, her name is Lagertha. She is a Enchi Disco Yellow Belly Spot Nose Clown. Quick story about that. I don't like bad-mouthing breeders. I don't like putting out negative. Okay, but I do like to make people aware about certain situations that I had to deal with, so that this way, if they decide that they're going to want to go to this person, okay, and I'm not going to name names. If you want to know who it was, or if you don't know yet, you can always hit me up. I'll message you privately. Okay, I want people to understand. I love this snake. She is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I won her on my very first auction. Okay, the person that I won her from the auction, I have a couple of issues with the way that person packaged the snake. Was not, in my opinion, satisfactory. It was probably about a 5.5, 6 out of 10. And when I say that, it's like the bare minimum that you can do for them. It was not to my satisfaction. I was not impressed. Probably got jostled around quite a bit in there. And I was a little upset. So anyways, with that being said, on top of all that, the communication. There was none. It was horrible. Like, I'd get one-worded sentences and responses to shit. And then I didn't get my tracking number until like an hour or so before I had to go get it. Actually, I think it was like at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had woken up going, I still haven't gotten that tracking number. And it's going to be here hopefully at like 9:30 or 10, you know. And finally, it, was there. But it's like, it had just gotten sent. So there was no communication. I got the tracking number late, so there was a lot of stress on that. Packaging was crap. Just not to satisfaction at all. But without further ado, I'll show her off real quick. Very low. This is her. Again, she is a Enchi Disco Spot Nose Yellow Belly Clown. And I have some fun ideas with her. And you'll probably figure it out once you see the boy. She is gorgeous. She is a great eater, super healthy, very, very pretty. Pictures did not do her justice whatsoever. And I got a steal of a deal, especially for an auction. And so I'm very thankful for her. But like I said, the transaction and the communication with him could have been a lot better. A lot better. So yeah. Other than that, I've been contemplating going back and getting another snake from him. And I'm willing to. I just need to be able to have better communication between this guy. It really was quite awful. I really was not impressed by it, and I'm really hoping that it was just a fluke. He was having a hard time. So, but yeah, this is Lagertha. Like I said, Lagertha. As you can kind of see, there's a theme with what I do. All my snakes pretty much have been named after, Viking mythology, like Odin and Ragnar and Lagertha and Apollo and Ares and Hades and all this other good shit. So that's just how it is, man. So we're gonna put her back now. This is the nail that I actually purchased for her. And I had been waiting so long to find something like this at a decent price. And I cannot tell you how nice of a price I got for this snake, that I had to pay for the snake. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that they lowballed themselves. But especially when I opened it up and somebody who works this particular project told me I could have it in that snake potentially. Without further ado, let me show him. And I haven't had a lot of chances to work with this boy, unfortunately. Hey, buddy. So, he hasn't really had a lot of chances to get to know me and my touch and all this other stuff. So he might be a little bit more reactive. That's okay. With this, and as you can tell, it's a baby. It's a baby. This is my little hatchling rack right now. Black pastel, red stripe, clown, right? But here's the thing, here's the kicker. From what I understand, he possibly could have Nanny or Carnage, for that matter, in there. So Nanny and Carnage are pretty much the same thing. So it's just, yeah. From what I understand, let me clarify that. From what I understand, Nanny and Carnage are the same thing. But yeah, this boy, I've been wanting one of these for a while. Now, that's the same thing with Wookiee. I need a Wookiee female. I need a Wookiee clown het DG or a Wookiee DG het clown. It doesn't even have to be het clown. In all honesty, I would work with just frickin' DG because I can put clown into that. I'd make 100% het on both, and I can work with that. But if y'all have anything, I am more than happy to do a deal where I do a split clutch deal with you guys. I mean, we can talk. We can talk whatever we want to do. We can work something else out, whatever we want to do. But I need, in particular, I really need a Wookiee. It would be a Wookiee yellow belly. Wookiee yellow belly. Spot nose clown, or DG, het for clown, or whatever. And so the reason why for that is the same reason why I have him. Because if I could get a female of that, this boy would go to it. For those of you who know what Pompeii is, who are either, I'm sure a lot of you do. I'm just saying, some of you newer people may not even know about Pompeii yet. You may not have even seen too much Pompeii, and that's okay. But with that Enchi Disco girl, clown girl, she's got spot nose and yellow belly. With him and her, I could end up with some Disco Pompeii, some Enchi Pompeii, Enchi Disco Pompeii, anything lower down the road. So it's just, I have plans with him. I plan on making some Pompeii projects, which is why, like I said, spot nose, yellow belly, and Wookiee clown. Wookiee because I need Wookiee in my collection, and I would love to make some Wookiee Pompeii stuff. So if anybody has something like that, talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. We'll work something out. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Clowning around Pythons, clowning around Pythons 420 on Instagram, and then Facebook you've got Dustin Miller, and you'll see my logo for clowning around. So you can always message me on either one of those. So, really beautiful boy. I'm super excited about him. I'm super looking forward to getting him up to size and make some gorgeous animals from him. So, we'll put him back, and I want to show you, before I get out of there, and give you guys your lives back where you don't have to worry about listening to me ramble on. I am going to thank everybody for all your support, for all your guidance. I want to shout out Travis, Python Susie, for the support he showed me when I was dealing with a lot of family struggles. I want to thank Will and Audra for all their videos that they post on Facebook, keeping me focused on that business aspect. They are incredible people. Whenever I reach out to them, they're always so open, welcoming, and humble about things, and I just couldn't thank them enough for all the help that they give me as well. My boy Cody, dude, this guy has helped me probably more than anybody else as far as financially with some of this stuff, other than my father. I love you, brother. You are truly family to me. Not just because of that, but just you don't ask for anything in return. You just do it, and you just whenever you can. If it comes back to me, it comes back to me. If it's an investment, it will come back to me, and I very much appreciate that. Keep tuned. Okay, everybody, keep tuned. I'm going to be doing a video of egg cuttings, okay, on the 27th or the 28th. Possibly sooner, depending on if they decide to pick first, because there's been a couple of times where it's been like 5 or 4 days early, and they've been pipping. So I have 2 clutches in there, like I was talking about. One clutch is just a simple clutch, who I lost 6 out of 8 eggs due to mold and just kind of going rotten. I don't know what happened, but I have 2 survivor eggs that honestly are the worst eggs I've ever had, and they're still flying though, so we'll hopefully get some good shit out of that. But she was a bamboo mahogany, paired up to my clown boy. Some more het stuff coming out. Go just further the pairings that I want to do in the future. And then I've got my clutch from my pairing of my male butter acid het clown to my female GHI pastel leopard het clown. I am hoping to hit some really good holdbacks with that. My goal is to hit a butter acid leopard clown boy in reality to replace the dad. And then I am looking at hopefully making a pastel GHI acid clown female, because that'll help me out with some of my projects with that. A lot of people are hating on pastel. I'm not a big fan of pastel as far as like I want to control some of my pastel stuff. I'm going to be getting rid of probably... So I'll probably be getting rid of, if I hit that, I'll probably get rid of the mom that laid that clutch. She's actually doing pretty good. She's getting back up to size real nicely, getting some good weight on her again.
Come
out for a second, show off a little bit. So this is Mama. As you can tell, she's getting that weight back on her, which is really nice. She's getting ready to go into shed. This is my GHI Leopard Pastel Het Clown. Okay. She made some gorgeous eggs. As you can tell, she's still got some body size to get back up. So, we're gonna get that going. We're getting her fed, getting her some good meals, and getting her back up to size. And hopefully we can get another pairing out of her next season. I've got some fun stuff hopefully involved with that. Seeing if I can get my boys up to size in time. But that's the mama of the clutch. And so I would possibly be replacing her after that season, after next season, if I end up hitting that particular combination. And so it'll take over. This way I'm kind of adjusting with what I have there. I still have my pastels on what I want, and I'm adding to them. So, yeah, pretty much anything else. There's a couple of combinations that I might decide to keep instead if I end up hitting it. Like if I end up hitting a GHI Leopard Acid Clown without pastel female, I'll probably keep that as well. I don't have to have pastel in it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a give or take. It depends on what I end up hitting with that. But yes, either one will work with what I want to do with that particular project. With that being said, everything else will be available. And so there are, what was it, five eggs that were in there. They're all good. They're all still holding strong from what I can tell. And so I'm hoping for some really cool combinations with that. Hopefully the odd gods are with me and showing me some love and grace. So wish me some luck on that. And like I said, keep tuned. I'm going to be trying to do a lot more videos, especially since I'm Mr. Mom, stay-at-home dad kind of situation. So I'll have that ability, hopefully. My son does online school here at home. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of help with that with him. So, it'll have to be if my son can get his butt in gear and get some work done. On top of that, he wants one of the snakes that I make. That's his own snake, which is really cool. It makes me very happy. So he's getting more and more into it, and I'm hoping that I can build something to leave to him. So that if he decides he wants to do this, he'll have all the support and freaking snakes he'll need to get into his own breedings. I'll give him whatever he needs to be successful in what he wants to do, if I have it. And if not, we'll figure it out. But I want to give him the option of work for yourself or work for somebody else, and he'll figure it out. He'll realize what he wants to do with that, and he might surprise me and want to go work a office job. Probably not. But anyways, thank you everybody. Much love. Mahalo for everybody. I really feel like everybody has been amazing people. Holly from not another reptile, not another reptile podcast, and what's the other one? The Reptile Lounge. Her and everybody in that group that I talk to here on Instagram, or they're on Instagram and everything else, have been amazing people, very supportive. So mahalo, I appreciate everybody, and I will see you guys next time.